Cloud. All right, good morning and happy Friday, each and every one of you. Thank you so much again for jumping on our Producers Mindset series. So I'm honored and privileged to have Joseph. Joseph has been in the real estate industry now for what, seven and a half years?
Yeah, 7 years.
7 years. But in the last 2.5 years, that's when he just skyrocketed and ultimately started having momentum in his business. So we're super stoked and super excited to have Joseph. So Joseph, a lot of us don't know who Joseph is. So tell us a little bit about yourself.
I have a small store in Hermosa Beach, a jewelry store. This is the back office. So I work here. I've been, like I told you, in real estate for 7 years. I kind of really took it more seriously about in the past 2.5, 3 years maybe, and just trying to focus especially on real estate now.
Wonderful. All right, 7 years. Wow. So let's go into it and go into this conversation. Why real estate?
I have the jewelry business, and that's good, but I always wanted another source of income. So I thought, okay, well, real estate would be really good to have on the side as a little side hustle. And I got my license. I didn't really do much with it, to be honest with you. I just passed the test and that's it. I just kind of put it on a shelf and thought maybe I'll use it someday. And I learned that was probably the wrong way to go about it. So like I told you, now I'm getting more serious about my real estate career.
Yeah. So what ultimately got you to where you're at now? Because you said, in the first 5 years, you really didn't do much real estate. You had your real estate license. So explain to us that what was that ticking point, that transition, and ultimately, now I'm going to take real estate serious.
I guess back then I always kind of looked at myself as a jeweler first,
yes,
real estate salesperson second, and I realized that people, nobody wants to work with a part-time real estate agent, just kind of like nobody wants to work with a part-time dentist, because they want a professional and they want someone who knows what they're doing, and so I decided to make my real estate my main focus and get it out there, because I guess if you're doing it as a side hustle, maybe you're a little bit shy or nervous about telling people, yeah, I do real estate too. And so I just decided that I'm gonna I'm a real estate professional first, and I also own this jewelry store as well, kind of a thing.
So what I'm hearing is basically you already have that mindset as a business owner, and this is what's so cool about what we have here at Keller Williams, right? Is that we teach the agents to become business owners, okay? Not real estate agents. We give them the systems, we give them the models, we give them the platform, right? To really transition. Yes, you have a license to sell real estate, but more so, we give you the necessary arsenal of tools, right? To really transition to be that CEO of your own real estate organization under the umbrella of Keller Williams. And that's what's so cool of that. You already have some experience in the realm of business owner, right? Running a successful jewelry in Hermosa Beach, and more so just transitioning now into real estate. What is the number one thing that we as business owners is the key element to our success, right? It's what? Customer service, right? So, that's what I interpret as one of the elements is, knowing and understanding the customer, knowing and understanding the relationship, knowing and understanding the focus of how you can continue building those relationships for future reference as well. So awesome. So why, after I pretty much brag, why did you choose Keller Williams?
I read a lot online and I was doing my research about the best brokerages out there, and saw that Keller Williams always came up for, training for new agents. I still considered myself new because I hadn't really put any, effort into training at all. And so I wanted, a good structure. And yeah, and I heard that, Keller Williams was a great place, whether you're new or whether you're, a top producing agent. It's a great place to grow. And I didn't want to be, moving around and bouncing around a lot. So I wanted to find a good home, and, I feel like I have. And of course, you were very good in getting me to sign up. So.
Well, thank you. It's a team effort, by the way.
Yes.
Thanks. All right, awesome. So what are some of the challenges and obstacles that you're facing right now in your business?
Honestly, my challenges are really just me, getting into the right mindset of, setting goals and actually achieving them. It's really important to, have go into your mornings with a list of things that you're going to tackle. Otherwise, you kind of just drift through the day and you don't get anything done. As a self-employed person, you really have to take, control over your time, because, you don't have a boss, yelling over your shoulder, like telling you what to do. So.
100%. You said a couple of things that resonate with me, and it's funny because that was something that I was talking about this past Wednesday, the mindset, right?
Right.
And it's very, very, very crucial in how your mindset is on a regular basis, especially someone like yourself that is trying to balance, right? Running a successful jewelry store and still trying to balance and run a successful real estate business as well. On top of that, having a balance in life and then a balance with the family, right? As
Yeah.
well. So how does your morning start?
My morning starts with my 3-year-old daughter. She wants to, snuggle with me on the sofa, I guess, and try to get her ready for school. And mom takes her to school, and, dad comes here, and, I put together my, things that I'm looking to get for the day, whether it's, I want to do an hour of prospecting, or I want to talk to 20 people, or, I have a deal that, I have to, get an offer submitted by noon or whatever it is. I make my list of goals as soon as I get here, what I want to do, and I just set out to do it.
Yeah, 100%. And that's the difference between, an employee and an independent business owner, right? Is you
Right.
set that tone, right? You set that balance, and you are the one that can dictate what the day should look like. And I love what you just said about prospecting, because that's the number one thing that I really emphasize with a lot of the agents, the agents that I talk on a one-on-one with you as well, the importance of what are the activities that you're doing, and you're unique in yourself because you have, multiple businesses. So understanding having that time management, right? And knowing, okay, in between this, I got to do this. In between this, I have to do this. But, we saw momentum in the last couple of years since joining Keller Williams. You won an award for 2021. So congratulations. So obviously something is sticking, right? It's what we
Right.
talk about, the stickiness, right? And, the traction of your business. And again, going back to the mindset, right? Because we can choose to do something if we align ourselves and say, this is the day. So tell us a little bit of that stickiness in your business. That do you focus more with buyers? Do you focus more with sellers? Tell us a little bit about that.
I mean, lately, the easy, low-hanging fruit, of course, is buyers, because everybody wants to buy a house. And so I've done pretty much, buyer transactions so far, the majority of them. I have a couple clients that, I'm hoping to sign listing agreements this week, and, people I've been working on over the past few months. So I'm kind of shifting more to sellers. That's my goal. So.
Beautiful. Tell us a little bit about your marketing. What do you do for marketing?
Well, I mean, I've tried everything as far as paid ads. I don't recommend it at all. Anything that seems like, too good to be true. You see these Facebook ads, we guarantee you'll get this many leads or, guaranteed closing and blah, blah, blah. I've tried them all. I've spent thousands of dollars. I don't recommend any kind of paid leads. Everything is just hard work. So as far as marketing, I'm a member of Vulcan 7, so for the expired and canceled listings.
Yeah.
So I spend time calling, hitting some of those homeowners. Had a couple listing appointments. This is something new, so it's not that I've been doing for a long time, but yeah. So I see myself getting some traction on there, so I've been focusing more time on that.
Wonderful. Volcom 7. Wow, that's a that's a great platform. It's a little on the higher end price point, but
Right.
I hear a lot of good things from it and the importance. And it doesn't really matter what you do as long as you're doing some type of activity, right? That's the
Yeah.
key. The activities, for you is prospecting, right? Making calls.
Yeah, I mean, it's I've tried many different coaching things out there, and they're all pretty much the same. You just have to do the work, as far as getting your contacts in a CRM and regularly touching base with them, and it's just a matter of doing that work. So there's no quick way around it. You just you have to dedicate time to being a real estate agent. So
Wait a minute, did I just hear that correct? There's no shortcuts in real estate, Joseph?
no shortcuts at all. Well, not that I've found. So
Yeah, so true, so true. I always say also on in these sessions, I always say there's no pill, there's no wand, there's no magic sauce. It's good old hard dedication, right? Good old
right,
hard, strive in doing the necessary activities, right? And that's
right,
what leads to opportunities, right? We say prospect, follow up, and appointments, right? We talk
right,
constantly, what are the marketing angles that you'll do? If it's, newsletters, flyers, door knocking, hitting expires, for sale by owners, your sphere, right? We talk about all these different elements and ways to generate business. But if you are just saying it and not actually taking action, you're not going to see results. No one knows you're in real estate, right, Joseph? You said
yeah.
it earlier. For 5 years, no one knew you were in real estate. Why? Because you were what? What was the word you said?
Secret agent.
The secret agent, right?
Yeah, so just making the shift to being full time. I changed my hours even for my business. I made it by appointment only. Just trying to make it very clear to myself especially, but my customers too, that I'm a real estate agent first, and I put it out there. I let everyone know that this is my full time job now, and you know if you don't tell the people that are your biggest advocates and love you that you're a real estate agent, and it's heartbreaking when you find out, like, your cousin just bought a condo for like $1.2 million and he didn't use you, you know what I mean? And it's like, oh, he didn't even realize that you were even an agent, and so, and again, you don't want to be like that part-time realtor either that just kind of like looks for a commission check. So you want to come across as someone genuine who's out there to help, and not just someone sitting on the sidelines waiting for a check.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, accountability is key. Partner up with an agent or a leader that you are comfortable with or uncomfortable with, and that's building that muscle. That's from Mary. So true, so true. Manny says, no shortcuts to run life, period. Only purposeful and dedicated work and full commitment and honest engagement. I love that, engagement. Yeah, it's so important, and especially what we do in real estate, right? It's the front to front, right? Interaction, face to face. Yeah, technology has really defined and helped us a lot. It has helped us streamline and do more business, but you can still be offset, right? If you don't have that face-to-face interaction. So I love the engagement part of what we do in real estate, and it's fun, it's cool. Now, you definitely have to have a little bit of a thick skin in this industry as well, because you're going to have your ups and your downs as well. So tell us one challenge that you have right now in real estate. One challenge.
Really, I guess just balancing my schedule, you know. I always try to put it like a perfect schedule in place, and then, you know, family life kind of shifts it up. So I'm still trying to get that perfect schedule down. And you know, I guess I'm also trying to craft my social media a little bit better. I've been pretty weak with that, so I'm working on that. So you know, that's my next step.
Beautiful. Yeah. Now, no doubt, there's a lot of real estate professionals that are on the same as well too. Time blocking, time management. The calendar is your boss. I have a book for you, by the way, The One Thing, that I'm going to hand deliver to you. And obviously having that balance. So what does 2022 look like for you? What are the goals? What are your expectations? And are we going to do something different than we did in 2021? Because again, last year you did win an award for your production. What does 2022 look like?
Yeah, it's funny, like that was my first award, so I had no idea what to expect. And then so I got my little bronze plaque there, and I forget what the range was, like I think it was 80 to 120,000 or something like that. And so you know, I see that, okay, the next one's like 250 and up, and then like 300 or 500 and a million. I was like, wow, like, you know, I got a lot of work to do. So definitely want to get like a million plus would be awesome. That's my goal for those transactions. So, I mean,
That's a big leap. That's a big leap, my friend.
yeah, that's a big leap. Yeah.
But if anyone can do it, is obviously you, Joseph, you know, because again, going back to the mindset, right? But it can also be steps, right? You
Right.
know, hitting those tangible goals,
Yeah.
which is again that most top performers do every single time. I mean, I'm thinking of one person right now, one of my top performers in the office, and he sets these high expectations. Like, wow, he goes above and beyond, and he's part of my ALC, and he never hits his goal, but every year he pushes more in units, in volume, and in commissions. So it may be something that he just psychs himself to do so. So I think it's the same that you're, you know, trying to portray too, is why not just go for the top and say, you know, my GCI is going to be $1 million in gross commission. So that's awesome. So we have someone else saying no shortcuts in life. Yeah, 100%. No shortcuts in life. You know, especially in real estate, because it's like riding a bike, right? You got to jump on that bike and just go, right? I also use the philosophy of, you know, being on the freeway this Wednesday as well, too, right? And you know that the speed limit is 65 miles an hour, but does everyone follow that speed limit? No. Not everyone follows that speed limit, right? Some people do stay at 65. Some people go above 65. And guess what? There's some people that go below 65. Now, the awesome part of it is that depending on the size of the freeway, right? There's, you know, your first lane, which is your fast lane, second, third, and fourth lane. You can maneuver if someone is coming so fast behind you, right? You maneuver, but you still angle yourself to continue pressing forward. And if someone is slow, right, then you maneuver yourself. Well, real estate is the same way too, Joseph, right? It's just maneuvering is what works. You just said earlier, you had different avenues in how you approach it. That didn't work, I changed. That didn't work, I changed. Now you're talking about Volcom 7, you know, and seeing if that momentum really helps. And I also know that you created your website too, which is very, very important as well, is the social media aspect of it, as you know, especially in real estate, you know, and getting traction and people noticing you because you said it earlier. Yeah, you don't want to be that secret agent anymore, right?
Right. And honestly, another big thing that's helped me is just looking at people a little bit differently in the past 2.5 years. Like before, for example, I'd have clients walk in the door, the jewelry business, and I just look at I just, seeing them as a customer transaction. Now, like I ask questions, I engage with them. How do you like where you're living? Any big plans to change? Looking to buy anytime soon? Things, just have conversations with the people that you interact with every day, and people that already trust you and already like you. And that for me has been a big game changer as well.
Yeah. Well, the awesome part of it is you have a storefront too. And it's funny because about a week or 2 weeks ago, you met up with someone that's an agent. And he ended up reaching out to me because of your conversation with them. So it's a win-win for also for a market center is, the ability to make money in real estate, right? The buyers, the sellers, the investors, or the developers. But there's also another cool thing of what we have here at Keller Williams. It's profit sharing, right? And understanding those elements of how that can be another stream or passive income is through letting people know a little bit about Keller Williams, what you love about Keller Williams. And, I'm working on getting him to come in for an appointment, and I'm scheduled to speak with him next in 2 weeks.
Oh, great.
It was because of your conversation with him. He definitely reached out to me. Now, he was a KW agent 5 years ago, but he didn't know that, we came back to Keller Williams. So it's an awesome conversational piece to really generate, passive income through profit share as well. So, so what do we see in Joseph in the next 5 years?
Next 5 years. Well, I hope to be a top agent in the South Bay. Hope all my signs, around, and maybe buy some rental properties for myself, some multifamilies. That's a goal of mine. And for the house that I bought a year and a half ago, hopefully has an addition, an ADU, a pool, and I have a lot of plans for expanding that property.
That's right. I do remember you ended up purchasing your home.
Right.
And so that was, again, something that you've been striving for many, many years, and you had the opportunity to finally do it. Yeah, so that's awesome. And it's, again, a balance of your business in the jewelry and also real estate that help you take that leap of faith, right? And the opportunity to grow as well. So awesome. So we talked a little bit about your past already, and why did you choose the South Bay, as your place?
Well, I mean, as far as like where to live,
Correct.
I got married 10 years ago. My wife's born and raised in the South Bay. She's lived here her whole life. So I was in downtown LA in the jewelry district when I first moved here. And, she lived here. So we decided to make a home here.
Wonderful. Yeah, that's awesome. I love it. Yeah, South Bay is definitely a place, you got the cool weather and you got the local beaches as well. So awesome.
It's great.
So, yeah. So what are you going to be focusing on this year too, Joseph? Because you said most of your business is buyers, but are we going to transition and start focusing on more on sellers?
Yeah, definitely more on sellers, especially I think my focus is really going to be kind of more downsizers, maybe people, reaching that retirement age, or maybe people that looking to maybe relocate out of California into a smaller home. I've had a lot of conversations like that with my clients that have been walking in the door, just telling me, how they're planning on changing their life. They want to be with their children. They want to, have a lower overhead and things, whatever, their motivation is. So, I'm going to try to focus especially on that niche. I think, moving forward, I think every realtor is going to have to focus on a niche of some sort. because, if you seem like the jack of all trades real estate agent, it's not as a compelling of a case as someone who specializes in something, whether it's, uh, people upsizing or luxury or first-time homeowners or whatever the case is. If you have a specialty, I think it's more compelling of a case for people to choose you over another agent.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, and I think the marketing that you're doing as well is definitely gearing you to work more with sellers. And I
Right.
see and I feel it as well. So it's again staying on track on that, and utilizing the platforms, which is very crucial, but more so using and leveraging yourself through social media as well. That's where I think the customer relationship that you have as a jeweler has definitely helped navigate more opportunities. And I think the transparency also, of not being that secret agent and having to get out of that comfort zone, right? Because sometimes agents feel uncomfortable, right?
Right, for sure.
And people do not want to really talk about real estate because they don't feel comfortable. And there was a breakthrough in your position that you say, you know what, I got to roll up my sleeves and do what I need to do. And then the skill set started coming, and then ultimately you started feeling more confident in your ability. And this is why we saw results from it.
For sure. Yeah. I mean, you don't have to like kind of come off as pushy. Just ask, people like, how do you like your neighborhood? What are your favorite things to do around here? Just kind of get them to talk about where they live and, what their lifestyle is like. And if you see any little kind of hints that maybe they're considering making a move, then, you can ask them to talk more about that. You don't have to say like, you don't have to jump right in and say, hey, I'm a real estate agent, let me help you. You could just, it's important to let people talk,
Yeah.
and not kind of seem overly pushy, I guess.
So you're saying is you don't just slap your business card here, call me, let's do
Yeah.
business.
I don't even really try to give people my business card anymore. I text a lot, and I'll text them a link. If the conversation goes to real estate, then I'll text them a link to my website and my email address and stuff like that if they want to reach out.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, good deal. I'm going to go ahead and open it up to anyone that has any questions for Joseph. This is a great opportunity to kind of pick his brain. So anyone, it's open mic. I think you answered everyone's questions already.
All right.
Quick question.
Yes, thank you.
So you kind of gave your schedule for like your morning and stuff like that. So when can you just go into more detail about your schedule kind of shifting over from part-time to full-time?
Yeah. So I mean, like as far as my jewelry business, I kind of I started it basically. My hours are now from 11 to 6 by appointment only. So that way I have the morning from 8 a.m. to 11 to myself, that I could, whether it's prospecting or whether it's working on a deal that has to be submitted by noon or whatever the case is, that I don't have any interruptions. And even I can block off my own time in my calendar now, like online. People can't book certain times, so just to kind of give myself my own time. So there's a million apps out there. I'm using Acuity for the calendar. So I think it's important if you have another gig, whether it's, I don't know, like a hairstylist or whatever, to give yourself your own time so that you have time to work for people. So.
Cool. Thank you.
Great question, Brooke. So good to see you on the call too as well. Thank you so much for being with us. Anyone else?
Yeah, this is
Sunshine.
Sunshine.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning. I just had a question. So you do real estate every single day? Like, is that what your schedule is like? Like you wake up and every day I'm gonna allot certain time to do real estate?
Absolutely, yeah, every day. I mean, every working day, not 7 days a week, but 5 or 6 days a week for sure.
Beautiful. Awesome. And then Sunshine also says, keep up the great work, Joseph. So that's awesome. All right, one more question before we finish for the morning. Cool. All right. Well, Joseph, I really appreciate you. Thank you so much. I told you it was going to go quick.
Yeah, went pretty fast.
So again, we definitely value your insights. Thank you so much for being with us, and keep up the good work. Keep success in your mindset, right? And we're going to see some big stuff from you, Joseph. Thank you again. Have a wonderful day, and stay positive like always. And
Thank
again,
you.
for everyone, thank you very, very much. You guys are all awesome. Stay focused, stay dedicated, and then having that right mindset each and every day, guys. So thank you. Enjoy your day, enjoy your weekend, and we'll see you on our next Producer's Mindset. Thanks again. Take care.
You know what I mean? You think I knew you run it on the donkey. If it was a problem, yo, I saw it. Check out the hook while my DJ performs.